So we can move you. We need to do that. We need to do it twice. So we need 2 bronze gears and some Invar. That's not what I want to do, is it? I'm glad I went mining a little bit. I have a little bit more nickel than I did before. But this will do copper. It's tin that we're waiting on, isn't it? We'll get that going. We're gonna need 8 Invar. Invar is iron and nickel. Yep. You tell I didn't do a whole lot of prep, right? There's some tin. We need it for bronze gears. One little bit too much tin in there, didn't I? Maybe not. 3 nuggets. That's odd. There's that. They're giving us time to do a little bit of a nickel, right? Yep. So it's going through here. Oh, it's waiting for the ore washing plant to finish with the tin. Clearly. Alright. So for this, we need more copper, we need an iron gear, we need another one of these heat conductors, so we could do that. Ooh. We can do this one. Okay. For a moment there, I was a little worried. So we have the stuff for you. We need a piece of coal coke. Alright, so we have that. We need an iron gear, but then we would have everything. Cool. 10. Still working on the tin, aren't we? Almost done with the tin. Then we'll move on to the nickel, and the nickel is what I need. And we're gonna let it go through the ore washing plant because we need the nickel. So does that just need another piece of copper in there to make all that bind together? Where was I going? The stone drum and the redstone. And the stone drum's in one of these. And I've got one piece of glass. Alright. We need a copper gear. I have bronze. Still doing the tin, but it's almost done. Need to put some more fuel in there. Alright, so we have the boiler conversion augment. Yay! Then we have this one. Yay! We have the turbine confusion augment. Now we're just waiting on doing these. The Invar, we have the bronze gears. The Invar, did we do the Invar? No. Because we're waiting on the nickel, that's right. Mm-hmm. How you doing? Just getting started on it. Great. Good move, good move. Yeah. Should we do another small charcoal pile? What I'd like to do is improve the charcoal pile. We have a little bit of ash somewhere. Uses of the ash are to make the ash bricks. We need brick. Do I have any already smelted? Hey Darkwing, good morning! Okay. We'll get that going. We'll have to do a wood pile again. Means chopping down some wood, but that's no big deal, right? Sure. Not the right recipe, is it? Oh, it is. It probably just can't use the ironwood. so we're gonna put the stone dust in there. Okay. Manually moving around for now. Let's put you back in there. You're finished with the tin. Did I smell? I've got some nickel here. Need, I think, one more piece of nickel. I think. Yep, that did do enough of the bronze. Pour it off. Have myself the rest of my coffee. Okay. So we made a block of Invar. Slow. Look how slow this is. I think I would have had 9 ingots poured off by now. Alright. The bronze and the redstone. The bronze gears are not in there. Okay. 1, 2. There we go. That's done. And I believe that would have completed... Yep, it completed that for us. And so now we can actually set it up for... Well, we need to do the water part, but let's plan this out a little bit. The power junction for logistics pipes could probably be there. Okay, so that's where we're gonna want to probably, I think we can hook the steam dynamo right up to it. I don't think it needs a pipe. Actually, I was just thinking, just realized something. If we put the junction box here instead, we can put the LV capacitor. The LV capacitor right here, and that can hook up to the steam dynamo, which I will need to turn, won't I? So maybe we should make the dynamo next before we start setting this up. Of course, it thinks it has settings in it now. What do we need for the Dynamo? This one's got a bucket of water. It's not water that I need. Ooh, I don't like seeing that. It's you. Alright, let's pick you back up. And then I need to make sure I have the redstone, lead. Ooh, I don't think we have any lead. Let's run one through the smeltery real quick for what we need it for. Redstone. Looks like we might have everything but the lead then. We'll pour off that excess iron. And you. Copper, iron, yep, just the lead. Okay, and then one of these has our hammer in it, not that one. Ah, did I just double click the two? Hammer. Okay. This is where the battery's going. And if we do this, this will be input. Opposite side will be output. Now, if we put a steam dynamo there, will it connect? Why did it do that? Will it not automatically connect to it? Do I need connectors? How do they place? It looks like they are, no matter which way I look, they're placing upward. I don't have a crescent hammer, I don't think. Okay, you suck right now. I only need you for mining, so go away. No, I don't have a crescent hammer. That is tin and iron. Totally can make it. Iron, tin, crescent hammer. What happens? Can we rotate these things? Hi. I can. So if that's how I'm going to want it hooked up, but I don't know, like I said, I don't know if the power will go straight into that. So this one's going to take an upgrade. They both need upgrades. And this one needs the steam, and this one needs the turbine. Okay, so then this one's going to need water and fuel, and this one will take the steam and output it. So for water, we're going to do transfer node, which I just grabbed one of. We have transfer pipes, and we need to make this guy. I need another basic. I need an upgrade base and a golden pick. Okay. Nope. Upgrade base. Gold pick. Alright, let's see if this is a thing. If it's enabled for this pack or not. Okay, so we're going to put the water down a little further. On there. One there. Transfer node height. Okay. In here we'll go you. Is that where that goes? Where does it go here? Do you remember? Okay, so maybe water extraction is disabled in this pack. Because otherwise, this would have water in it. Oh, what am I thinking? Hang on. Clearly not thinking is what it is, because there's water. Clearly not. Alright, so this now has water. Once we give it solid fuel, it should go to here, and what I'd like to know is if this will fill up with power. Alright, so that's got steam. That has power. Woo! The LV capacitor is filling up! Yay! Alright, we're gonna make a hopper. Hopefully it's the same recipe. I know, Hermes. It is getting closer, isn't it? And we're just gonna put the hopper here so that we can just throw, currently just throw coal in there when we need it. We don't need access to any of the rest of this at the moment. So I just want to make sure I don't fall in there. Okay. We have our decorative cobble we can put here. Great. I'm going to leave this a little exposed so that we can just monitor it and make sure. The steam dynamos, when they have nowhere to output power, will slowly lose their power and their steam. They aren't lossless. So that's why I want to just kind of keep an eye on it for now. But, woo! We are going to need relays, probably. But, our next step is logistics pipes. Learning the logistics pipes to get our storage system set up. Oh boy. You think there's an upgrade you can make to prevent the loss? There is, however, I don't have access to any other augmentation on this upgrade, and I can't make the next tier upgrade yet, if I recall. Reinforced? Yeah, I can't until I can get to empowered Restonia. So for now, it's not possible. Yeah. All the limitations. Did our mana fill back up? No. Why are you sparkling? You still have... There you go. Now you should be fine, because you're empty. So give it about a minute. It should go back to eating any leaves that are in the range, which hopefully there are some. We should go check. I think it is nighttime, though. We should be okay with our torch. Since we have our mega torch in the area. Oh, see, it's eaten all of those, so we need to chop them down. And get some light out here. That would help, wouldn't it? I know that looks janky. I have to figure out what I'm going to do about it. Currently, we're just going to not mess with it. Alright. So we can take these ugly birch logs and put them in the wood gasificator. If it needs more. The wood gasificator still got 14. But it's out of fuel. Okay. Now, I could make the electric one and hook it up to power. Probably pretty easily. Let's see here. This is pulling the wood gas into the generator, and this is pulling the charcoal out into the other generator. I'd have to relocate the bat box. No, I still couldn't get to that. The way I have this, I can't get to it. I'd have to rearrange this. If we do that. And that. Liquid fuel generator should slowly be filling up with wood gas. Yep, and off it goes again. Alright. This I was going to use for the nether, and we decided not to. I don't need to have the stone drum in there. We're going to leave those in there for me upgrading my machines a little bit once we have more reliable EU power. I think we're on to logistics pipes, guys. Prepare for crafting. Lots of crafting. Oops. Alright, do we have the other bricks in here? Yep. So that gave us a few bricks. We're gonna go up and replace a couple of the gravel up here. If I want to do this method, which isn't bad for this early game stuff, I'm gonna want to make this bigger. But I only can do so much with the ash that I get. So this is as far as we can go. I think I can still make charcoal in here with the half and half that I've got. I need a couple more gravel to put on top. Looks like I could get more. If I got more bricks, I could make a few more ash. We might have to do that. Let's go looking for clay. That I'm going to do during the daytime. Okay. And since we're in a swamp, we just have to go down here and dig it up. I think I have some over here. Yep. Okay. We'll get this cooked into bricks. And we're just gonna use power for that because why not? Okay. Good, good. Getting all the good stuff. Check off. That is done. Kind of nervous about the logistic pipes, but well, okay, before we get started on logistics pipes, I wanted to hop into my creative world with you and just show you the potential block palettes for our underground base. This is just our starter base because I'd like to get started collecting the resources for that between, you know, on my own time. Remember, we're going to be doing a Roman underground, pretty much. So if we think about it this way, what would the Romans build if they were as creative as I am and underground? They are immensely creative ancient culture, so I don't think I'll be able to do quite their style, but something that has, you know, the columns and the look and style of a Roman build, but underground. So yeah, there's not a whole lot here, and it's not a flat world because I wanted to see the train. They also go really big, you're right. And I'll be discussing how I'm going to make it feel big and tall and giant underground. It is going to require a lot of digging, and I'm not looking forward to that, but hopefully there will be more automated methods in the future, because I can't even make an excavator or a hammer, a 3x3 hammer right now. So, not yet. Okay. Woof. Time, set, day. Is that not the right command? Is it set time, day? Whatever. Okay. Up. There we go. So, pardon the trees around here. I just found a kind of somewhat empty space, and yeah. So these are my 3 options that I would like to try and decide on. I have no idea where to find one of these, and I don't know about the other ones, about the amount that are going to exist in the world, so it may be a lot of hunting. That's what the scannable thing is for that we've unlocked. We do need to make a machine so we can actually charge it up, but we'd be able to configure it for whatever block we're looking for in the world and hopefully find what we're looking for. But these are the 3. Okay, so we've got rustic slate. So if I did a Roman theme where it was dark and still very smooth but rusticy, that's a thought. The other thought, and the one that I really like, remember we saw this slate in the in our playthrough, I really like the light bluish gray color to it, and it looks really nice with the Astral Sorcery marble pillars. It looks really nice together. It has all the different options. I believe it even has stairs. Yes, it even has stairs and slabs. Could use all three, going easy on the dark slate. That's a possibility as well. And then this one is an Atum block, so I'm guessing I need to wait until I go to the Atum dimension. But I've never been there, and I've never seen it on video or anything, so I don't know how prevalent of alabaster is. But yeah, it's not a recipe. It is a world gen block, but it's got this almost marble look to it. I wouldn't want to use the Astral Sorcery marble pillars with it. But it has a bunch of different textures and still would look smooth and yet undergroundy. Undergroundy. Anyway, the other thing is that you were right, Darkwing. The slate would look good mixed in a little bit with either of those two. I do not want to do Astral Sorcery marble because everyone does Astral Sorcery marble when they're planning to do a Greek or a Roman build. That's just kind of, everyone defaults to Astral Sorcery marble because it looks so good. I want to try something that's my style and yet a Roman feel to it. Also something that if you don't know Roman history and architecture, I did a little bit of research because you know how we see all these pictures of like the Pantheon and the Roman temples and even some of the old buildings that still exist. They're very white. They're very not colorful. That is not what they would have looked like in ancient Roman times. Ancient Romans would have painted the accents, and they would have used red, blue, yellow. Those are the colors they would have used because those are the easiest dyes to get for them. Not red. I think you've probably seen. It's kind of like a brownish red, but they used a golden color. They used blue or green, and kind of like that brownish red. And they would have painted these sculptures. The people would not have been white like we see them. They used to be painted vividly. And like in the pillars, in the Corinthian pillars, they would paint the pillar bit, the curly bits. And yeah, they probably would have used all colors of the rainbow if they could afford it. Dyes were not cheap, and so it depended on how much they were willing to spend on the project. That's why some mosaics that they're finding are very low on the color choices, and ones that are in higher quality villas, more expensive villas, have more colors. So there you go. Buildings, you know, like city buildings and whatnot, probably had many colors. So I'd like to incorporate some of that into my build, so the accent pieces will have color, but I don't want it to look garish. I don't want you to look and go, what in the world was that? Now this color, this light bluish gray, doesn't support using some of the paint colors the same way. Chisel and Bits is in the pack, yes. Flat color blocks is not. So I will still need to use like vanilla concrete or chisel concrete for the plain colors. But yeah, that's the plan. I don't know which one of these I want to use. I'm leaning toward this one the most because I can use these pillars, and I like the Astral Sorcery pillars. So there would be these pillars, and then I would put, we're going to use this ugly block up here, but I would put a block on top, probably several, and try to make a decorative, because there are decorative ones now that I think about it. Marble, because there's marble none of these have the little capstones. They're all just the pillars, really. I guess that would totally work. And then these would be painted. These decorative capstones. Ooh, that one. So then in here would all be painted. This would be white. This curly Q bit here, but the shady background would be vibrantly painted. So it would stand out and be really pretty. So that's kind of my thought process there. Hope you're wanting to come along with me on that. I love the blue with the white. I think it looks beautiful, and I think it would make an underground build look lighter instead of dark. I don't want dark. So my other ideas to help make the Roman build underground look grand. My space between, like, because we're gonna have hallways. It's underground. We're gonna have probably hallways. The space in the hallway is gonna be no minimum, nothing less than 7 blocks. I'm aiming for 9 to 11. I know that's gonna seem insane because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right here. This is nothing. I want my walkways to be no smaller than this. You have to think there are going to be pillars in front of some of the buildings. I'm going to utilize the pillars, but I want the middle area to be manicured, to have gardens, to have streets, because Romans were very big on their streets. So I want to have streets in the middle. I want to have plants and flowers. I want it to look alive and lush underground. With that said, the entrance to our base will also be decorated, and I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do about it. I think it's going to be like an enclosed garden, so it may look amphitheater-esque, but the middle section will be a garden, and then we'll have an elevator that'll take us down into the pit of the Roman. Lots of mushrooms. Hermes, shush. So there's my thought. I hope you like where I'm going with this. It's still just a thought. Let's see here. Scannable. This guy, let's grab the one that already has power, and we want range and the block. Okay. Let's do range, and the block we want is this. This one is the one that generates in the world. And then if we put it in here. All right, let's see. Oh boy, this is... Well, it didn't find any in that range. Can we put more than one range in there? Oh boy, it's gonna be hard to find slate, isn't it? Yay! Game mode 3. Let's go down underground. Because it's going to be in cave systems that it's going to exist. Let's stand here in this one and see. Oh boy. This is going to be very difficult. Slate usually found in colder biomes. And you were talking about the quark slate, right? And thank you, Nap. Let's see if we can find a colder biome. There's an Astral Sorcery Temple up there. I love this spawn with all these giant mountains. Yeah, the blue slate. Well, I need to know if I'm going to be able to find enough of it. There's some. Look at that. Oh, I want to live here. Too bad this is just my... Now, let's make sure that this would... Yes. Okay. There's a decent amount in this. Yep. Happy for that. And there's more over there in those chunks. So this looks like a lot. I just don't know. I'll have to do a lot of slate collecting because you cannot craft it, and I do not think it's available. Yeah. We've got a couple of chisel options. You just have to go hunting for it. I was wondering if it was going to be available in one of the void miners, but boop. So if I use the blue slate, that's going to be what our challenge is. Same with the rustic slate. Man, this is an awesome mountain. Yeah, ask other people if they're willing to part with it. Yep, or if they've encountered it near where they live. Because they're all over the map. It just is gonna want to be able to collect a lot of it. So if we did... This slate is this one. I have this one has a lot of options. So the rustic slate is easier to find. But I don't want to use... it's so dark. I mean, it doesn't look bad with the pillars, but it's just so dark. What would you guys do? I don't want to use the astral sorcery pillars with this, so I'd have to use... I don't know. I'd have to probably do a chisel and bit one with this or something. Just out of sheer availability. Now, okay, here's the other thing. This is probably just going to be the facades down corridors and to mark off the different... The interior is going to be the interior, and I plan on, you know, doing different decorations of interior than what the outside would look like. Yeah. Very likely, very possible that if we use the blue, we will do, if you watched me do my pink lady house, we could use that method to conserve resources. And what I'm talking about is where I built it in cobble, and then all we did was we changed the front pixel facade with the color that we wanted, so it was like paint. And that way we conserved the resources, and it just was mostly cobble, but we just covered it in the pink block that we used for the painting. Could use the rustic slate as borders for the road. Totally could. Yes. I'm actually thinking concrete. One of the concretes for the roads. From Immersive Engineering. Or asphalt concrete would be pretty. Let me see, and I need to set... Can't do it in caps. Do you not run as fast? I thought you ran fast on this. Doesn't feel like you run very fast on that. See, that's a little faster, isn't it? But that doesn't feel as fast. I don't know. And then, slate on either one would be sharp. I think you run faster on regular concrete. So yeah, the immersive engineering concrete. I've never used the asphalt concrete, and oh yeah. But this would be nice roads. Do a decorative edging, stairs. Yep. So if we did rustic, no, slate, these stairs are what I was thinking. Like that. And if we did that, that would work with that, wouldn't it? Yeah, I mean, it's muted enough and neutral enough that it would work. So the challenge is finding enough of this stuff. Next figures for chariot wheels, or the gutters that Romans actually had in their roads. Yeah. Chariot and wagon wheels. I wouldn't want to mar up the actual roads, but sure. Definitely useful, good ideas. We could, you know, texture up this because it's a very smooth texture. If you watched my Age of Engineering series, I did in one of the rooms, I threw down a bunch of gravelly bits and dirt bits and kind of chewed it into the floor to make it look like the floor was worn down and used. You could do that, and it patches on the floor to make it look used. No, there probably wouldn't be much water underground for that. But they'd still need water underground, so... And there would still be refuse and stuff. But yeah, that's getting a little too realistic, I think. So, those are my ideas. I hope you are along for the ride with me. We're gonna head back to the server. Yeah. The area where we're going to do our build is right near a frozen, icy place. I don't remember the biome name, but when I peeked out on the other side, it was icy, snowy, so maybe there's a lot of slate over there. So let me show you that. It is almost time to feed Hermes, so I'm not sure I'll be able to do that right away. Let's find out. Okay, so this is where the entrance will be, somewhere around in this. We'll build our exterior garden-y look. Makes sense? I did light up a couple of these caves, and I believe this one, yeah, cuts through the other side, so it just is like a hole in the ground. But all of this snow might net us some of the blue slate underground. Who knows, right? Let's go home, and I'm gonna feed Hermes now. It's noon, so I'm gonna feed Hermes, make some more coffee, and I will be right back. So don't go anywhere.